After my last video on iOS 11, I got an interesting question that I thought would make for a good video and tutorial now. The comment was, is there a way to put an app on the dock while also leaving it on the iPad screen interface as normal? If I try to drag an app on the dock, it's then only on the dock alone. I want the app to be on the dock and on the iPad screen and interface at the same time. Both places. So what they're talking about is Springboard. This is the interface on the app on the iPad home screen where you have the list of apps and folders. The dock has traditionally been part of that, but now it's kind of separate because you can summon it within any application. At first I thought, why would you want this? After all, on Springboard you still see the dock at the bottom. However, this reminds me of a hack that some people have used to improve multitasking on the iPad. So that hack is where you have a folder on the dock which contains all the apps you might want. This is a way that you can get around the limitation of only having 10 or 13 apps on the iPad dock at a time. So by having a folder, you could put all your apps there and then you can use any of them to get into multitasking. However, that has a limitation of you have a big folder where you have to search through it to find any of the apps that you want. So is there a way to have both apps into an app in two places, on the dock where you can use it for multitasking and also on Springboard where you can just open an app on its own? So there is, and it uses workflow, and so this is the hack that I've come up with, which I'm going to show you today, of how you can use workflow to have two app icons, one on Springboard and one on the dock.
So here is an example of how this is going to look in the end. I've got Todoist in the dock, and then I've got three more icons for Todoist. These are just demonstrating icons, one of which opens up Todoist, and this is a workflow, and the two others add to Todoist. So these are tasks to add to Todoist. So this is something else that you can do with workflow. You don't have to have something which does the same functionality but something else. So to get the icon for Todoist, you need to go on the web, search for the Todoist icon like this, and then download it. You could do this for any other app as well. Next, once we've done that, you need to open up workflow and then create a new workflow. Now here, we then want to search for open app. This is how we'll get it to open up a new application. Drag that across and then choose the application we want to open. This supports many applications, but not all of them. That's why I chose Todoist, as it is supported. Then you go into the icon settings, select photo and choose the app icon. Next, you want to go give it a title like Open Todoist or just Todoist if you want that. That's what will appear. And then add to home screen. This opens up a web view, and then from here you need to follow the instructions on the page, which includes add to home page. And that adds the icon there, as you can see. Now, the second version that I did has an add new task. So again, create a workflow. This time I'm using a Todoist specific action, so add Todoist item, and I set the content via ask when run. So when I start the task, it will ask me what I want to add as the task, and then follow the same steps again. This time you could make a glyph if you want, or again you could go to the home screen option, choose a picture and do it. Unfortunately, there is no Todoist icon, but there is an icon for To Do, which is fairly similar, and many other services as well. So if you wanted to open up a different application, you could do that as an alternative to finding an icon. Now, once you've got this task added to your home screen, I would suggest that you keep these workflows that you create on the Springboard section and not in the dock. And add to Todoist action you may want in the dock, but I think it's better to have the dock for the actual app icon, because that way you can use it to drag into multitasking. If you have a workflow, then you can't use that to activate multitasking at all. So there you have it, a very simple way to have two app icons using workflow.
Thank you for watching this video from iPad Guild. We help you to get more done with your iPad. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a comment below, like and subscribe to stay up to date and never miss another episode.